Hey guys, welcome to the Shot for Shot podcast. My name is Kenneth Patterson. This is going to be an amazing, amazing episode. Here's your host for this evening, Tyler Broadway.
Check, check, check. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Tyler, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. What we just do?
We just did our first inaugural $50 for Hyucks.
It's a competition where everybody wins and loses all at the same time.
Exactly. We just did our first one. The winner for the May one, the very first one, is Chris Bell.
He did amazing. He did so good.
Took home the $50 and the
He
Hyucks.
did so good, yeah.
You know, and I really thought it was going to be a shitty show.
I know you convinced yourself it was going to be shit.
I thought it was going to fall to shit.
I know.
I mean, everything usually falls to shit. So,
Yeah.
I mean, what can you do?
Well, you know, good planning on our part.
We planned
did
well. We just got to plan better for next month, which will be June now. But
Bigger
by the time-
prizes, accept the money, same amount of money.
Exactly.
Bigger other prizes. We'll get
Bigger
better
other
prizes.
prizes. We're building up to a
We're getting-
final show in
we're getting
December.
sponsorships.
Final show in December. It'll be the finalists from all the Bucks for Hyucks, and then they'll get $250 instead of just $50. So, some pretty exciting stuff. And we have a really wonderful guest here tonight. Ken, you want to bring him up?
Yes. So our guest for this evening is Tiffie and Jamison Stalsworth, everybody.
Woo!
Good friends, confidants. They're actually married to Tyler, so
This is
it's
true.
going to be a good evening.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
he came through this side.
Yes.
See, there you go. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. And there's you guys' mic.
Yeah, settle in there.
Oh, hold on. Let's pass the shots down a little bit. Here's some chases for you.
Yeah, talking to the mic. Let me make sure it's...
Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello.
Hello. Is this thing on?
Perfect.
Oh.
Hey, Tiff, you got your mic? You in there?
So, guys, how are you guys doing tonight?
We're good.
Oh, wait, you got to
The
talk into
question.
the mic.
It's not working.
It's the mic not?
Is it that mic cord has
Check,
just been...
check,
Hello.
check.
That mic cord has been a...
Hello. Hello. Tyler.
Tiffy, we got you in here?
Tyler. Huh? There. It works for me. Why does it not work?
You gotta put it up close to your mouth a little bit.
Like a. Hey, it works. It feels like a.
I'm not used to things being that
Oh,
close.
there you go.
You're not used to things being that close to your mouth.
No.
Well, me and Tyler are.
We are very used to fallibility.
Tyler has stuff near his mouth literally most of the day.
He's got the little dainty grip on it like that some folks like.
I want to hold it like a kazoo. You know? Nice little kazoo I'm going to play.
That's why it's called a Hummer.
So for those of you who are just tuning in and listening, don't know who these people are, they make up the filmmaking company team Dr. Moonrat Films.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it. That's correct.
We
I did my
both-
research.
We both work for Dr. Moonrat. Yes.
So they are filmmakers, actors,
could not be here.
writers. And so,
Yeah.
So how long have you guys been doing this now?
It's been as long as we've known each other, really, since before. Do I have to keep doing that?
No,
Does this
no.
work? Okay.
Yeah, that works.
I forgot. No, we've been doing it since before we were married, which like this July we'll be married 14 years. Yeah, this July, and since before then, because she helped me with like one of my college projects,
Oh.
and I was running around the campus pretending to be chased by a balloon that was trying to kill me, and and she filmed it. I put the balloon in later so that you could actually see there was a balloon, and I was running from it, and I was in danger.
I was in danger.
I was in danger from that balloon.
He was going to blow me up.
Or so he was gonna pop near my head, and I don't want that. Don't pop near my head.
Don't pop me.
And that was it. That was then I don't know what grade I got on that, but the teacher liked it. I don't know.
I mean, that's all that matters.
It was good. Yeah. That was our first. That was before any like film fest or film competition. So all the way since the beginning.
Well, I think it's just so beautiful that it's just so intertwined with your guys' relationship.
Go on. You can say stuff.
You can say, see.
I'm the brains behind the operation. He's just.
Yeah, I show up and I contribute.
Give Tiffy your mic,
Yeah,
because
do
that
you mind
mic's
being
that mic has an issue.
Is that mic is a speaker?
This mic is actually a speaker.
There we go.
Try that now and see if that
Talk
works.
into it.
Mics just don't like
Talk louder.
me. They don't like me.
You gotta hold it.
Hello, hi. It's fine. Do you want this one?
Yes.
Talk.
Hey, hello.
Hold on, hold it close. Yeah, hold it close.
Ah, hello.
There you go. Yeah, that's
Why
about.
are you
that's
acting
about-
like you're scared of
Use
it?
your full voice.
you gotta use your full.
Hey,
Hey,
oh, he gave me. Oh, I forgot. He gave me ass candy. Hang on.
So there goes Jamison with his ass
He's
candy.
getting some ass candy.
He has ass candy. Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. So Joe, he came up and he said, "Hey you guys want some candy? It's been in my pocket." And he's been sitting on it, so it's all warm and gooey.
Ooh.
And he gave it to me.
mean
It was
perfect.
free.
You mean
You want-
perfect?
Perfect,
Perfect, Tim.
perfect.
How bad is it though?
98.6.
This. All right. So why
This
is
isn't that bad.
Why is this so tall?
Well, it's a monolith.
But like, why did you built it this way?
Yeah,
Right.
we did. It was a
Well,
design.
monoliths are just naturally big.
They're
It's-
large structures.
It reminds you know the story of like on the Tonight Show when Johnny Carson was on the Tonight Show. He built the desk and the chair so he was always taller.
Oh, yeah.
than
Yeah.
the guest. This just seems like
Yeah, it's pretty.
overcompensating in the same way. It was like, well,
You know,
well,
Jay-
Johnny Carson. Well, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah.
Well, I
If
mean,
this
it was
were
a
the
design
desk
for a
and you were the
reason.
host,
You know? Yeah. I am the co-host, but
I'm surprised to see that you're sitting behind it. Like I
Yeah,
thought
no,
you'd
I'm
just
not-
be
standing on a crate. Yeah, you would think that. Nope, I'm sitting comfortably.
I'm sitting very comfortably here. So
It may look a little wonky, but I'm safe.
Are we safe? Because we're at the bottom.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're all
Your job as a guest is to catch me if I fall off of this thing.
You guys are. It's always safe at the
Move
bottom.
over here a little bit.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
guys
give me a
just-
place to land.
Just give me a little landing room.
It's like when your kids and your cousins come over and then you decide like we're gonna pile all the laundry at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
You could just like jump off of it and that's the way. Did you ever do that when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
You'd be like, oh, let's get all the laundry, put it at the bottom of
Oh,
the stairs,
definitely.
then jump all the way
I
down
had-
the stairs.
So because we didn't have adult supervision when I was a kid because my mom was on pills and all that stuff, and my dad was in prison.
Well, there was no love.
There was no love, but
Yeah.
but we had fun because we had like this mattress in our basement, and we'd get lighter fluid and like light the ground on fire, and then like wheel it over in this wheelchair and like jump onto the bed. Like so, yeah, we'd go.
That's
from,
kind of like your story of the clothes and it's like the same
it's
thing.
the close of a broken home.
Well, look, there's something wonderful. Like, give kids with nothing better to do an old dirty mattress, and they will use their imagination. Like, we set a mattress on fire when we were kids. Like, so this was what happened. Like, I didn't do it, but a neighborhood kid came over. He was knocking on the door, and I opened it, and he way too loud said, hey, we just found this old mattress in the woods and we're going to set it on fire. You want to come help? And my mom is just like right next to the door, and she just turned to me like like that. So I already knew the answer was no, but then she said, you cannot set that mattress on fire, but you can watch if they do it in the other kid's yard.
That's a fair compromise.
It was fair. So it's like, don't do it. And so they drug it over there, and then I watched for like 2 hours them try to set the mattress on fire, and it would not catch whatsoever. So then we
It was
just
too wet.
It was too wet. It was in the woods, so there was a lot of fluid deep within that mattress. And then it was later that night. We were leaving the house for something, and my dad stepped out, and he just turned back and looked at the backyard. He goes, "Whoa! There's a mattress on fire out here." And we went out there. It was like 8 feet in the air, just the flames shooting off of this mattress, because it just smoldered all day, and then just boom. And then my mom turned and looked at me like this. It's like she knew. She's like,
it's just like everyone in your family just turns. It was
There
quite
we go.
silly.
Well, speaking of shot for shot, you guys want to do these
Let's
shots?
go and take a shot.
all right. So what is the shot?
You guys have
This is tequila.
You're going to go
Tequila.
south of the border today on
Your
for
shot is right over there.
I'm gonna do one because
Just do the
I would just do the one.
Just it's just a nice little. It's Terramana.
Terramana.
You gotta,
That is-
you
that
got
is-
to roll the art. Terramana.
Terramana. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Terry man.
Tyler?
It is surprisingly very smooth.
Oh, it looked like it.
Oh.
I couldn't get it all in my mouth.
Story of my life.
Here, we'll have the mic. There, we'll do like an interview, like man on the street.
Yeah.
And what is the chaser?
This is a Sprite Zero
Sprite
with no
Zero.
sugar.
No sugar.
It's
No
not
sugar.
because
Good.
of you, but it's
You don't want
thinking
a lot.
of you.
See, he thinks it's
I am the thoughtful husband. I think a lot. I think a lot about
I
Jamison.
got you the Diet Cola.
But how much sugar's in that?
0 sugars. One sugar.
It's got one.
It's got a sugar.
Single sugar.
One little itty bitty sugar. Now, something that is very interesting that I noticed you guys did. You guys brought topics.
We brought some questions that we wrote out this afternoon at a Waffle House.
it was my idea.
It was all she came up with this. And so you be the keeper of the topics.
Keeper of the
Do you want
topics.
hand them to him, but then you have to answer these too.
Yeah.
It's like we're asking
Yeah.
the questions.
I'm just like the mouth to your guys' brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are my brain mouth.
So do you want to be in
Hand
charge?
just
I'll
hand
be in
him
charge.
just hand him a random one. Just one at
Oh yeah, I didn't even read that
pick
one.
one
I'm
out.
kind of dyslexic anyways, or at least I think I am.
Yeah, just pick
Maybe we should start off with a story.
story.
Story. Okay.
Read that story.
Read that story, Tyler.
This is a this is a one sentence story.
Well,
All the
can-
best.
they can be.
Hemingway wrote that.
They can
yes,
be, dude.
run off.
Can I do it like Jiminy Glick?
Yeah.
So Jamison, it says here that you once punched a hobo in the face. Do you want to tell us about how you punched a homeless man in the face?
Yeah. I'm not proud of that as a title of an achievement or anything. Of just saying like,
Achievement unlocked. Homeless man
all right,
punched.
so there was a reason for it, and I held up. Like, all right, so I love homeless people. I mean,
They're endearing. They're very endearing.
in general, like
he
you know.
likes homeless people a lot
I-
more
I-
than he
I
likes
do-
normal people.
No,
That's true. Okay.
Like I have a lot of care for homeless people. But so what happened was this guy was just unruly. This guy would if he had a home, he still would have been out of line.
He was spicy.
It had nothing to do with the fact that he was homeless. I want to make that clear. But I was filming. I was downtown, and I was filming some city shots for a movie, and so I was down by the train tracks, and I was filming up this tower that was in the on top of this building, and I looked over, and he had just kind of like came running out of the shadows, like he was in the shadows or something. and he was just running directly at the camera, and he goes, "Get away from that camera! Get away from it!" And I thought, no. So I grabbed the camera. I was like, no. He's
sir.
like, I want that camera. And he's grabbing onto it, and then I was grabbing onto it. And I didn't want him to take it because, like, I would never see it again.
Yeah, it's like your camera.
It was like it was never going to come back. And so I was in this struggle with him. Like, he was just fighting over it. And he was very angry. And I was trying to talk him down. I was trying to reason with him. Just be like,
Talk him off
hey,
that edge.
I thought maybe the camera was, bothersome to him. Like he felt invaded. Some people don't like it. And I was, I'll put it away. And he let me put it away. But then he wouldn't let the tripod go. He's like, no, I want this. It's like, no, you can't have it. He goes, I'll give it right back. And I just somehow didn't believe him.
Just something in his face, his
It
demeanor.
was the fact that, like, he was, like, breathing out of his mouth and nose simultaneously, like, and his eyes were blinking off rhythm, and he was just kind of like muttering and stuff, and he started smacking me, but it wasn't hard. It was like it was just like his hands felt like they had no bones in it,
right,
and
Weak.
Yeah, just kind of weak, but a deliberate smack. It was a choice he was making.
It was a deliberate choice to just kind of tickle you with his wrist.
Yeah, I mean, I feel he intended it as violent, but
came across quite dainty.
But and I did my best to reason with him. I just tried to tell him, I was like, look, my name's Jamison. He's like, Jamison? Who's that? I was like, that's me. Did this
No,
go?
it's working. I just turned the auxiliary down.
Oh, okay, that's good.
No big deal.
And he ripped the necklace off of my neck and everything. And so after a while, I realized, like, there's not any resolve here.
But a punch.
I punched him through the face, and he
through his face.
Well, I mean, that's how I aimed it. Like,
okay,
you aim like you're going through the face,
right?
And so, I thought, like, like if I do this, it's going to be a fight. But, like, no, he went down.
Just immediately.
Really quick.
This guy
folded
was so
like
brittle.
an old lawn
There
chair.
was not a lot. I don't feel like he had very good bone density, and like just like he went back onto the train tracks, and he was just like kind of laying there. And I thought, oh shit! I killed him. I'm gonna have to call somebody. And he was there, and then he went, "Hey!" Oh, he's fine. And I left. And that was like the one and only fight I ever went in.
So that was your only fight too. So like the only fight you ever been in was with this homeless man that needed a DEXA scan.
I won every fight I was ever in. But the only people I've ever fought were homeless people. And it was just the one fight.
See, that just reminds me of like
Sounds like you're the victor.
that just reminds me.
It's a tough
In this
win,
story.
though. It's like calling yourself a champion because the other guy didn't show up. Like,
See, that just makes me think of when like I met a homeless person. It's just a completely different kind of vibe to the story. Because this guy like read us his poetry,
Yeah.
and like like we were in Daytona.
Oh, those are some colorful homeless people. Down
Well, he
there.
was white, so
Yeah.
he wasn't that
Well, I mean,
colorful.
I was just talking about. I was just talking about the personality, Tyler.
No, I know. Ken,
Colorful
don't
personalities.
fucking.
Colorful personalities.
it's all
down there,
walks
they
of
don't-
life.
Yeah, it's all
that
wonks
wind up in
alive.
that wind up in like a homelessness situation.
Yeah,
like-
homelessness does not discriminate.
it doesn't. But
But so we met this guy, and like, I don't know why we started talking to him, and like we went to shake his hand for one thing. Like this wasn't like Disneyland. It wasn't like, nice to meet you, Mickey Mouse. No, it's
Yeah.
just this homeless guy. We went for his hand, and he's just like, man, you don't want to touch my hand. You don't know what kind of diseases I got or what. All right, this is already off to a swimming start. And then we're like walking with this guy. It's like this weird walk and talk with him. We're all of a sudden under a bridge, and like looking back, I'm saying all this to you out loud. I was a teenager. This sounds really bad. But like any like non-threatening white person, he just like read us his poetry. and just
Or is that the worst kind of threat?
it's like you expect to get flashed or something under the bridge, but he's like, nah, man, check out my poetry. This one's called White Knight. I'm very subtle with my poetry. The night's white, keep on coming. And my brother ended up buying weed from him and then like flipped that bag, so we don't even know if that bag was laced with anything.
It was laced with some White Knight.
It was some White Knight.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's very on the nose because it's cocaine.
Yeah, what's the next question you guys have?
That went way off. What is that?
Ooh. Oh. I'm going to continue my like thing of like Jiminy Glick. So, Jamison Stalsworth.
Yeah.
Should Dr. Moonrat make a porno?
Yes.
Would there be puppets in it?
Most certainly.
I'm curious, like, what the story would be. Like, I can get, like...
Does it be like Muppets Go Down Under?
Muppets Down Under?
All right, so on that, I will say something that we did a puppet movie that was like a horror movie, and they were just like killing everyone. And I saw that somebody had posted a clip of that onto like some Twitter page, and I was like, well, who's posting this movie? Like nobody's really watched the movie that much. And I went to the Twitter page, and it was something like it was a Twitter page dedicated to adult puppets, and they were pretty much just sourcing random things related to puppets in an adult way. And I'm pretty sure there was some like puppet porn like in the mix. So someone who's watching that has apparently found us. So basically there is an audience.
You're saying
for
there's a
it,
niche. Yeah.
and we're on their radar.
So what would be like your guys' story for the porno?
Do you have any ideas? I have an idea for like a movie about porn in a way, but I don't think we should ever make it. But it'd basically be like, imagine a world that was the world that is in porn. Like, you know, there's
everyone's just speaking very obviously.
And like the lighting, there's a lot of pink lighting for some reason.
Mirrors
and,
everywhere.
Like, everyone has like a blue collar job, but they never do it. And, like nurses are just like not following protocol whatsoever.
It's time to have your temp or your
No,
blood pressure checked.
Yeah.
And it's like, lady, I do need it checked. You're not.
And that's the whole thing. It's like, it's the one guy who doesn't fit into this world. And it's sort of like a reverse, like Pleasantville, like where they were like black and white.
Good.
And then they were in there. But it's like this person is like telling people that, there's more to being a cable guy than just having sex with strangers. And the guy's like, well, like what? And,
Like what? I don't fix any TVs.
It's like, it's like the one guy who just doesn't have any game, and he doesn't know like what's socially.
But you like don't need any game in this world either. It's just like super oblivious.
That's the thing. He's looking for like intimacy, like a real connection.
Like a real
and then and nobody knows what that is. They're like,
Can I add just like a suggestion, like Cliff Note maybe?
yeah.
There needs to be like a B story of the mom trying to fuck him.
His mom?
Yeah, his mom. And he's just always like, Mom, no, I got to get going.
It's like it's his mom giving him the sex talk.
Yeah,
And
it's like, now, honey, and like puts
And
hand on the knee.
her
like,
version of the sex talk is, don't tell anyone this happened.
and he's just like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I got to get to work. I'm a pizza delivery guy.
I have the worst job for the person that I am.
Isn't there any other way? No, there's not another way.
Why does nobody have money and keep ordering pizza? I don't understand.
Sir, this is the 5th one today, all right? They tried to...
I told Charlie, please put sausage on this one, and I get here and there's no sausage, and now they're asking for sausage. And I know what they mean.
What? My sink's been clogged up for like 3 months.
Every time I call the guy over here, he just takes off his pants. He didn't even go into the bathroom. except to cry afterwards.
Like instead of Pleasantville, it's Pornoville.
It's Pornoville. It's somehow take that premise and try to find something heartfelt and poignant to say.
Oh, you
Like,
could
that's
100%
the challenge,
because
Yeah.
it's him meeting like a chick who maybe is similar.
yeah.
You know,
Or that's what that's what he's looking for. Like something there's like a deeper human connection, and along the way, all these 2-dimensional stock characters you see like parodied in porn, like slowly become developed human beings, and
See, that's beautiful.
that's
you should
it,
totally
yeah.
make that.
yeah. Okay, so there you have it. That's
It's greenlit.
We're in.
give us the money, and then here we go.
You know what? We're making it a series. Give us 10 episodes. We'll put it on Disney Plus. Ken, how
Tyler?
about you? You ever thought about making a porno?
Yeah. Yep, I have not. I mean, I probably, if somebody was like,
Yep, I have not.
if somebody was like, I'll pay you to fuck, I would not turn it down, but I feel like I'd rip him. You know, you feel like you're ripping him off. You know,
You'd be like, I gotta
like,
give you
all
back
right,
some
but
of this
I've
money, though.
seen pornos before. You know,
I just
just
yeah.
It's lost all artfulness.
Yeah, it's just smut now.
Once upon a time, it used to. There was a time where it was going to be a genuine film genre. Like people, like in the 60s and in the 70s.
Oh yeah, with like Deep Throat and shit.
Yeah, like everyone went to go see it, like because it was an actual genre of film, and then like videotape. I guess ruined it. I don't know.
It's so weird because I did watch a documentary on Deep Throat, and it's like crazy, like the cultural impact it did have, and like you
Yeah.
said, it is like a genre, like, and it's so weird because
But
it's
back
like
then back then Deep Throat was not just fighting. It was fighting it was like fighting for the First Amendment. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just It wasn't just porno. It was actually a statement on like free speech.
Yeah, there was
know?
all sorts of like just stuff that was in it, and it had like an actual plot.
yeah, there was a plot. The chick has her clitoris is in the back of her throat. That's the plot. That's why
Is
she
that
deep
the
throat.
plot?
That is the plot. Yeah,
I may have been-
the
Tyler's
whole movie
obviously
opens up
really-
with a guy. Shut up. Yes, I have. The whole movie opens up with a guy going down on this chick, and she's like smoking a cigarette. She's like, "You don't mind if I smoke while you eat, do you?" Like it's all kinds of like just jokes like that. But the whole thing, yeah, she gets
And it was the
like,
early
an
'80s, so the guy was like, "No."
it's like an exam, and they're
fine.
like, "Ma'am, I don't know how to tell you this, but your clitoris is located in the back of your throat." And like the final, like Deep Throat crescendo third act, they like cut back and forth to like the rocket going off, and then the guy's just like, "Ah!" and, like, the rocket. Maybe just watch Deep Throat for the movie. Just watch it.
because there was an actual movie in it.
There is a movie there. It is not just fornication.
Yeah. That reminds me of like, did you ever see where Alfred Hitchcock he put in like visual innuendos in movies? Have you ever seen North by Northwest? How it ends?
Yeah.
It ends with like a big dick joke where it's like Cary Grant pulls the woman up. I forgot what her name was, and then they like start making out, and they're on a train, so they've got like the pull down bed.
Oh, yeah,
And then
and
they lay down, and then it cuts to a wide shot of the train just going into a tunnel. It's the end. Paramount Pictures.
Like, you think Alfred Hitchcock was just watching the editing and he's like, "This is missing something. Hold up."
I think it'd be so nice if we implied Cary Grant's Johnson plowing into the side of a mountain through a tiny hole.
"Alfred, we don't have the budget for that. What do you want us to do?"
I've already shot it. Here's the film. Tape it on the end.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. Alfred, you were absolved from all your crimes.
This is why they call me the master. It cost Paramount $20,000 for this dick joke.
Yeah, like he's talking to the producers. So, Alfred, baby, are you sure? Are you sure that the film needs to end on a dick joke?
Not only am I sure, I'm positive it's integral to the picture.
I just really feel like it could end with the Cary Grant and the lady going down, but you really gotta, are you sure?
I want it to go in. And then if you want me to cut a bit, I'll cut a bit where it comes out.
Well, there's gotta be one producer that's just like, well, what if you had it like go in and then reverse the footage and have it?
I like the way he thinks.
Obviously, you're not a filmmaker.
You're producing Vertigo.
Which Vertigo, coincidentally enough, also ends on a dick joke.
It might as well. Yeah. Okay.
I
Yeah.
just don't think I could be in a porno. Like, I don't think I have the physique.
What
I'm
if
sure
you-
there's a niche.
What if you didn't know that you were in one?
Like a Truman Show, but
Yeah.
the Broadway show. Like anytime I have sex, everyone's like, "All right, get those cameras going.
Here he goes.
Here he goes. Here he goes.
There you go. Get the classic angle. Get that ball and ass. Go."
I didn't think he was, but he's going. He's going for it. Get the cameras, boys.
Oh, and he's done. He's done, boys.
Oh, we didn't even get out the camera.
We didn't make it. I was waiting for the camera to warm up and turn on, and then
This is the seventh one we've missed.
That
No, I was like, we miss it every time. We get the cameras rolling just as he starts crying. That's all we have.
That's all.
We've
We've got 17 hours of B-roll of him crying, 17 seconds at a time.
we just sold
Oh
it.
no, put a train in it.
We just sold that footage to PBS. Now we use that sweet B-roll for crying whenever we need a crying.
It's like when they would go, the PBS used to go off the air. I don't know if you ever saw it. It was just like, it was always the American flag, and it showed like helicopter footage.
Yeah,
and
which
then,
is
like,
weird.
it would just be the American flag, and then just you crying post-coitusly.
That's another weird thing is that like it was the take it easy, man. Thank you.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, it's a trick door. It was a weird thing about that, like the flag, the helicopters. Like if you, and I'm not trying to sound like a xenophobe here, but like I actually want to point out like just how like warped we are with our propaganda. Like think of like any other country that ended their station like that, like the British flag and like their navy. Like this weird hint of like this great nation, and we'll fuck you up if we have to. Like
We're the best nation, but we don't have enough television, so it stops here. At 2:30 a.m., we've run out.
completely no more television.
Yeah. Now there's too much. Like nothing goes off the air.
It doesn't
And
have
But
to.
it used to be like all stations would go off the air.
It's because of infomercials.
Yeah,
It's like,
they're just
we can
like-
sell them crap.
Hey guys, guess what? There's more television. Did you, speaking of infomercials, did you ever see, I think it was for like the Magic Bullet or something. This was back early 2000s. Well, hang on, because if you saw it, you would remember.
Is the magic bullet
It's like a blender.
Okay, I didn't.
Not
I,
the
was
candy.
thinking
I didn't get anything.
I didn't know what you
Weird
were.
infomercial.
We're gonna blow people's minds with this product. No,
we bought up this ad space to let you know that there was a magic bullet. It wasn't
it's just like, do you want to lose weight and fast? Well, we'll tell you how. All right, guys, here's some real shit. The government is lying about the Kennedy assassination. Oh no, they're taking me.
lose weight fast. It goes out of your body like magic. Maybe like a bullet that's magic. I don't know.
It was the skipper. It was the skipper. No, it was a blender. The magic bullet
or I don't even know if that was it.
No, you're absolutely
it was
correct.
like
It was the magic bullet.
Okay, yeah. It was a blender, but the whole thing of the infomercial was just like a bunch of middle-aged people, or people like in their 40s to mid 40s or whatever, like waking up after an orgy. It was like they were on a beach. They had like a resort, and they were like all the people had. It was like, do what?
Need a shake?
Yeah, it was something like they would come in, everyone just one by one. They're all coming in and be like, "Whoa, crazy night last night," and it's like, "I'll say," and then the guy would fix him
I'll
something.
say, Janet.
One guy came in hungover, and everyone was just like, "Oh, Leon," and like, but the vibe was super weird. Like it was totally like, if you watch it, if you can find it, if anyone can find it, it's like,
Man, after all that fucking, you know what I want to do? I want to blend some like fucking fruit and shit. I am parched. I need a smoothie.
it's like now the real reason we brought you here. I have.
Hi. Jamison, you said you only wanted to do the one shot.
I don't think I'm gonna do another one.
That's
yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna lose it.
Tiffie, well,
She's a lot braver than I am.
Here I'm with you.
you right here.
I'll stick to the Sprite, thank you. Ted? No, speaking of the Kennedy assassination.
Speaking of the Kennedy assassination, what?
I was gonna say, like, there's not a lot of great stories in that, but I found one story from the Kennedy assassination that really delights me. Do you know about the Umbrella Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, do you know like what his story was? So like for anyone who doesn't know, it was when Kennedy was going by before he got shot. He passes by this one guy in like a coat and a top hat, and right as he passed by, the guy opens his umbrella and just stands there looking like really ominous. And it's like not raining.
And you can see it in the footage. It's like it is really weird for somebody to do that.
It's really weird.
I mean, it was sunny outside.
It was sunny. No one else had a damn umbrella.
This is the one.
Maybe he's
douchebag that has
just quirky
one.
guy. He just likes.
Well,
here's
the story behind it, because like he became a huge focus. Like when they were trying to investigate it, like Congress, they were doing all these
because they were
hearings.
convinced that there was more than one shot.
People thought like he must have had a gun in the thing, or he was signaling the guy. And what it was the guy was doing like the dumbest fucking protest against Kennedy. And like this was his
got him wrapped
This was
up.
his reasoning. He was like, I don't like that guy Kennedy because his father was friends with Chamberlain, who is Prime Minister of England, who was far too lax on Adolf Hitler and could have stopped him before World War II. And Chamberlain always carried an umbrella. So
A really deep cut.
so when
totally
Kennedy
deep
comes by, I'm going to have an umbrella. And when he comes by, I'm going to open it and I'm going to wave it at him. And he's going to be like, oh, that's right. Chamberlain was lax on Hitler, and my dad was friends with Chamberlain, and I'm a piece of shit. That's what Kennedy's going to think. And so this guy was all delighted. And he was going out, and it's like, I'm going to make my stand. People are going to see me, and they're going to think, ooh. And then he's just sitting out there, and he's waiting. It's like, oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes.
I say to you, why is that umbrella on? I can't believe that umbrella's gone off right, and it's going into Sean Connery.
It was like Jimmy
drifting.
Stewart
You were
is
drifting.
Sean Connery as
Jimmy Stewart as Sean Connery as Robert or as J.F. Kennedy. I say to you now listen here.
I don't even feel like being president anymore. That fellow with the umbrella really cut me to the core.
My brain's just busted after seeing that umbrella. There was no bullet.
And that poor guy never lived it down. People were always showing up at his house.
Oh,
and
fuck.
it was like, show me the umbrella and stuff like that.
Like it was my grandfather's. It's like a wooden umbrella.
Yeah.
I don't even have it anymore.
It was because of Chamberlain and his dad and the Hitler and why did I go down there?
I would love for there to be a film about like all these other assassins that are like setting up trying to kill Kennedy, like just really feeding into all those like conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
And then it is just Oswald. And
He's
that's
like,
why
"Oh, shit."
Oswald gets killed. All right, so this next one, well, this is a good one. This is for everyone. This is
Is that
a
everyone
good
question?
You really are taking over the show.
Oh yeah.
You're like Shiva.
I'm.
You're like the Shiva to his O show.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know if you guys have seen Wild
I am
Country.
completely silent through most of this, but any of the peak areas,
Oh yeah.
that's me.
That's what
me,
that-
baby.
That's
really the backbone.
Oh,
Tim.
that's Shiva.
Oh yeah. I'm in control.
I'm glad someone is.
I am
We
in
are obviously
control
not.
of the operations of all the operations.
This show wouldn't be possible without Tiffie Stalsworth.
Yes.
You're here first.
Yes, I may be quiet.
For those of you listening in podcast land, we are dipping our mics.
Yes,
A little
Set the
mic dip.
visual.
Boop.
I'm dipping it towards
because
the
I am
camera.
the goddess.
So
I am the Stalsworth goddess.
She's just slowly.
The Tiffie
The,
Stalsworth
the
goddess.
tequila has slowly been working its
Yeah.
magic.
It's working its magic. We're going to get some words out of Tiffy, guys.
I am.
She was quiet.
You know what we could do?
I never see a god complex just bloom.
What might,
Like summer
hey, guys,
daisies.
what actually
Then
might
pour
help
me
is we
another
could trade.
shot,
I could
baby.
trade.
Pour me
Look,
another shot.
look, I could trade mics with Tiffy because my mic is a condenser mic. She wouldn't have to talk into it. And then I could use your mic. We just switch mics.
I've just been sitting
She's
here.
loud now.
all
She hasn't been
night.
saying anything. If
I've been
you haven't been hearing
blooming.
her because she's not been talking.
Oh, is that what it is?
I've been.
Yeah. It's not like we're cutting off women. We
Her
support
mic,
women.
her mic's not been working, and we've just been talking over her.
She's been
I thought that
trying
was
to
the
get a
plan,
word
guys.
in.
I don't-
Alfred Hitchcock making dick jokes.
You guys are going to talk about the Kennedy assassination? Like half of these kids aren't even going to know who Kennedy was.
My mind works on a whole different level, babes. Like, I've just been listening to you guys. Just
I am both all and nothing
you're
simultaneously.
just bickering. You're just bickering like little baby boys.
Like a couple of husbands.
Have been
Well, they're
I
husbands.
am the mama.
but we've been just talking.
Yeah.
It's been beautiful.
But
Yeah.
what's on the card though? Because
Oh,
you got
Go
you
on.
made a face when you read it.
Thank God,
If
Jamison.
you
At least
could-
you're still steering the show, for God's sakes.
Okay. Everyone just shut the fuck up. Especially you, air conditioner. If you could sleep with any celebrity, but it would meant you would get AIDS, who would it be? I already have my answer. It's like immediate answer. Do you guys want to hear it?
Yes, I want to hear your answer.
Aubrey Plaza.
Who's that?
The
have you
one
guys-
with the one with she
She's
has,
the very
like, the
dry.
deadpan.
She's in She's very dry.
Well, not after you get done with her, am I
Parks and
right?
Rec.
And you're
Parks
like,
and
yeah.
I
Parks and
have
Recreation.
no idea.
No?
What,
I don't know.
You know what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
but you'd be like,
She's also in what else is she in?
nothing.
that tip-
Apparently.
That's not true. She's in Scott Pilgrim versus the
nothing
World.
that you will watch. I guess.
I don't know what
But
that
and
is
then
either.
she was like, "I'm positive that I love you."
Oh, she told me she loved me.
Well, she'd tell you she was positive, and then and then maybe you interpret.
We are connected
Interpret.
for life.
Cool.
After this moment,
I've always wanted to be in the AIDS club. That sounds fun.
I hear they
You know
can
how
fix it now.
many things you can get out of by just having AIDS? Tyler, coming to work. Nah, man, the AIDS are acting.
So you're spinning this as a win-win.
It is a win-win. Absolutely a win-win. Tyler, come to the show. I can't. AIDS is acting up.
I got that AIDS.
Flare up.
I
Got a
that
little AIDS
flare-up.
flare up, you know.
So you guys should really read more about it. You don't seem like you know how it works.
I get flare-ups and.
Tyler, you seem
My blood hurts.
You seem pretty fine, but you keep just using AIDS as a crutch.
I feel like you're gaining weight, Tyler.
No, the AIDS. That's the thing about AIDS. You guys, if you did your research, you know you bulk up and then you lose it.
It's like a real ebb and flow, huh?
It's a real even flow. What about you guys? What's your celebrity? I want to hear Tiffy's.
Lizzo.
Lizzo. Well, I think
Shut
she
up.
would fuck you.
And
That's
yeah.
from what
Oh,
she
yeah, she would
says.
fuck me.
Yeah, that's what.
Hell yeah, she would
That's what I'm
fuck
saying.
me.
She's
Of course she fucking would.
Well, she says it. She's like, "I'll fuck you and him," you know.
Well-
She's like says
Wait,
that.
us
shit.
like by
No.
name?
Yeah, like she'll just do.
I'll
I
fuck
think
Tiffie
Lizzo.
Stalsworth and Tyler Brown
said that.
Stalsworth.
No, she wouldn't fuck anybody. She would just fuck Tiffy. Because Tiffy got it going.
You know, I just took a DNA test, and it turns out I'm a 1/4 that bitch on my father's side.
Exactly. She is so gorgeous. She has the most beautiful boobies.
I mean, Lizzo has it
I
going
just
on.
want to snuggle up on them.
fucking fun bags.
I just want to snuggle her.
I want a mam on the man.
Lizzo, if you happen to run across this show on YouTube,
she'll appreciate all of this.
She's.
I'm sure, as
she's
anyone would.
seriously, she's a. That's a fly. There's.
Excuse me, sir. This is a surprise.
She's a goddess. She's a goddess. I'm trying to talk about fly. Go away.
There's no coasters on this.
no, it's cool.
You
This
obviously
isn't your house table.
She
care
is,
about this table at all.
She is so voluptuous that I just want to put my face all up in
And
it.
like a chick that can play an instrument. That's a big.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
don't
big
know
thing
which-
for me.
What
plays
She's a
flute.
She's a flautist.
She plays, yeah,
She's
she
a
plays
flautist.
flautist.
She's a flautist.
Have you never heard her play
I
flute?
played the flute. I also played the piano and the guitar.
You play the flute? I've never seen you play.
I know you haven't.
I didn't know you could play the
You
flute.
never got her a flute, Jameson.
4 years.
4 years of
in
flute,
school.
Jameson. How'd you miss that?
I had never heard you mention the flute. You must hate that instrument or
Fucking
something.
hate it.
Somebody made her play a flute.
You're like 4
Instrument.
years, like, I finally mastered this instrument, but I fucking hate it.
I did. It was so horrible.
What am I, in the Revolutionary War?
All through, I lost my hat. All through middle school, every day at 8:15, like 10 minutes after we started his class,
I'm going to buy you a flute.
I would have to be brought into
Ooh, get her a recorder. That'll
Make her
piss
one.
off.
Dude, make a
Recorder.
flute.
It was like a legit flute.
flashback.
Was it a sideways flute? Like
Yeah, like a flute.
It was a sideways flute.
the ones that go out?
I think
like
a
that?
flute from the
How else
front
do you
is
play a
a clarinet.
Honestly, if you handed me a flute, my first would be I'd do that, and I'd be, oh no.
A flute from the front is a clarinet, though. Right?
Yeah.
It's a front flute.
A
Front flute.
from the front is a
I need
clarinet.
another
I like the
shot.
bass front flute. Is what my favorite thing is, a piccolo.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you need some water or anything?
No, I'm good.
No, you got it.
I'm good.
All right.
There's some people here who care a heck a lot about you, Tiff. That's all.
Well, that's because I'm amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
This is the port. For those of you who are listening to the podcast,
TV is amazing.
Tyler is trying to get the cap off of the tequila, and he's
Got
done it.
He's just weak.
He's done it. He's weak. Well,
He really just types.
It's not about weakness.
See, Tyler types on a computer all the time, Jameson, so he really doesn't pull things. All of his force is like poking.
I'm a sticking in man, not
yeah,
a
it's hard
sticking
to-
out man.
it's hard
if you
it's
could
hard for him
push
to pull
your
stuff.
finger out like that and then uncap
Unscrew it. Yeah, it would work,
I
but he
push my
can't.
fingers into my eyes and that's
All right, Tyler, that didn't land.
Let's do
That did not
another
land.
card. What's another
Do
card?
yeah,
Do you have an? Oh, do a shot.
Here,
no camaraderie at all.
Just do it. Just get the card.
Those are the old cards. No, he was waiting.
Yeah, I was waiting.
New
on
cards,
them.
new cards.
Jameson, will you cheers me with?
I'll
three
cheers
cheers?
you with the Sprite.
I just don't want to be left alone, and like I
There
feel
you
like
go.
we're on a wavelength tonight.
I would have cheersed you, but I couldn't. Okay, which one should we do?
You've been picking good ones.
You've picked a lot of good ones.
Okay, well let's do this one.
I think the monolith is just so happy to have like a night off.
I guess so.
There you go, baby. Do that.
Oh, let's see. Consummating our three-way marriage.
So, we haven't done it yet. And
Speaking of this porno we were
And
going to
it's-
shoot.
You're like a neighbor who doesn't want to bother you. Well, bud, we've been married for like
you
almost
know.
a year. We haven't.
it's just us here tonight, and then we've got the lights, we got the sofa.
Heck, bud, I just couldn't help but notice you. We haven't consummated this thing.
We haven't. I
We've-
thought it happened on day one.
We've been
and-
legally married for a year now,
legally-
Tyler.
It's been
legally binding.
because you
binding
married us together, which is weird.
The
like
three
It
of
is
us.
it's legal.
you can marry like
Thruple.
whoever you want with that logic, though, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Through a poly.
that means
Yeah. I mean, like,
Correct.
yeah.
that means that legally, 100%,
If,
you
if
belong
there were
to
people
us.
here, I could have.
But
I could have done
I'm
it.
bashful.
I'm a bashful.
I'm bashful.
Oh, we're gonna embarrass the fuck out of you.
Yeah, I just feel like it's gonna be a huge like shame thing, and I'm like, this isn't my kink. I'm more into a praise thing, and it's like, well, we can't praise you, Tyler, because
We
if we
can
praise
praise
you, you're
you.
just gonna get out of hand because you're kind of a narcissist. You're gonna, I am fucking great. I'm fucking slanging it.
I mean,
And
it's
like,
We're gonna
it's your first time as
Put
a
you in a
married couple.
clown
I
suit
think that
and-
we could. I think we could bow down a little bit, Tyler. For
I
your
mean,
very
I'm-
first time.
I'm not beyond. I'm not beyond. I mean, I could be a humble guy. I'm here to
I
please.
just feel like James is gonna be like, first
This
three-way
is-
marriage, huh?
It's quickly turned into one of those awkward, like, couples, like, propositioning you to, like,
Yeah.
so look, listen,
Listen,
So,
it's almost
we
come.
like to have fun. And,
So we're
we
here
think
late,
that
you know.
You might be someone we like to have fun with. And we
Have you
got
ever
some
had a-
people coming over. We got us a magic bullet.
have you ever had a crepe?
I'm gonna walk out and just be like, "Oh, a magic bullet!" And James is like,
Yeah.
"That's right."
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be making you some smoothies, and I'm going to be selling you this blender.
Hell, I bought like 3 from him. I couldn't help it.
So when we gonna do this?
I'm saving myself for my like 3rd marriage.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see.
I think, you know
so
what?
this is your second?
I think
No,
last
this
time,
is the first.
The
last-
first?
It's actually technically your second. It's actually
Oh.
it's technically your third because if you look at the first season of Shot for Shot, your ex-wife was on there, which is a fish.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I married Hamshoe. Hamshoe's ex-wife was a fish.
Oh, okay.
And
Cool.
that drove the whole plot line of that season
So this
when I
is-
get arrested
So this
for
is-
double marriage.
So
it
this
was
is-
a triple marriage.
So now-
it was the double.
Did you even watch the first season?
Oh yeah, I was
was
there.
there
I was
for it.
there, literally live. Oh yeah.
So this is number 3.
No, this is number 2.
No,
Number
it's
two.
not right.
No, it is number
Because
2.
this
I was wrong.
marriage is the shit.
So that means that it's completely 100% your decision,
I-
Tyler.
Well,
The ball is in
it's
your
a third
court.
of his decision.
Here's
Here's what I
It's
think.
your decision.
Be their support
if you
pillar
love us-
in
I
the
just think
Eiffel
I'm
Tower
really- I think
of
I'm
your love and consent.
I just think I'm really good
You know?
at like emotional support. You know.
I think we put on some smooth jazz. We'll get into our clown suits.
Jazz.
We're like doing each other's
We'll
makeup.
s-
How does mine
We'll
three
blow
of
up
us.
some balloons.
We can make it if you
Do-
try.
do a little
Just
bit
the
of
three
juggling.
of us, you and I.
You guys
And
and
pull the old rabbit out of the hat, and we see where.
Just the three of us.
You know, since we got all
Tyler
right,
can watch if he tries.
we got since we got
Building
married on the
castles in
last
the
one,
sky.
maybe it's time for the divorce.
Oh, are you
guys
serving him
divorced?
papers right now?
What?
Tiffy wasn't ready for it.
I wasn't ready for it either. Jameson, what happened?
I
I
should've-
was about to beg to be into your Tennessee 10. I was going to beg.
Well, now,
I had a case. Jameson, I was going to do impressions. I just gave you my Jimmy Stewart.
Give me one more impression, and now, and based on the quality of that, then
hold on.
I'll say we'll make this work.
I'll do Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase.
Okay. Hello,
When, though?
I'm Chevy Chase, and I am I am better than you. So
Well, I'm gonna do an impression. See if you can guess who this is.
Oh, look at me. I'm Tyler Broadway.
hold on. Was it me?
Who was it?
Was it me?
Was it Tyler?
Yes, it was Tyler.
It was Tyler Broadway, wasn't it?
Jameson does
Yeah.
such
it
a
was
good
all Pussy Boy, huh? Did you guys hear that story?
Right. You guys found out my trail name. I've never even been on a trail. Oh yeah, I
You
took my
did.
shirt off.
We hiked
too.
up. We hiked
Yeah.
up.
I earned $3.
I think we
You
hiked.
took your shirt off like super early. And
Yeah, it was
there's
very early.
It was after like the first comedian went on. You're like,
It's like he couldn't help it. It's like almost Tourette's. You know?
It's not Tourette's. It's dyslexia. We'll find out when I get the full psych evaluation. I told my therapist I'm tired of wondering if I'm on the spectrum, if I'm not on the spectrum. I want the full evaluation because I think I am autistic.
We know
Yeah.
you're autistic.
So there you go. And two, I think I have like some form of dyslexia.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty.
He does too.
Well, I will.
Well, that's why we get along.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to point it out, but like on Shot for Shot, you put a number in there.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say you're pretty dyslexic. It's supposed to be the letter version of 4.
No, it's supposed to be the number. It's shot for shot.
Well, why a number? Why wouldn't it be 4?
Well,
Because that's ugly,
I
dude.
would say if you take that sign to your therapist, and they'll just be, oh, without a doubt, yeah.
Oh, you're fucking.
I like to say Tyler
you
has.
are on the spectrum.
See,
like
I've always said
charter
that.
spectrum.
I've always said that Tyler has the rawtism. You know. You know, he just can't help it.
that real
it's just
raw autism.
It's just like
It's fucking raw.
he just can't
It's
fucking
fucking
help it.
autism. I don't know why he went kind of like Michael Caine there. Hello, I'm Sir Michael Caine. I hate to break this to you, but you have autism.
It's not autism,
But
but it's very raw.
it's very, very raw. Autism.
a 4 where there's supposed to be letters.
Why is there a bloody 4 when there's supposed to be letters?
It looks better. That's how you know.
That's a number, boy.
Do you say that? Do you say that that is a number?
Do you know your piece from your cue, son?
Do you pee in your queue, son?
It's him getting choked up.
Do you know your piece from your queue, son?
Do you even know your piece from your keys?
Don't pee in your queue, son. And don't queue on your piece.
I don't know what the scene is.
Yeah, I don't either. It was a really bad improv. I didn't mean to drag you through that. About your Tennessee 10 now, guys, listen, I have a good voice.
Yeah?
And
I mean, he has a voice.
I have a voice.
Well, we know you have a voice.
It's not.
You've heard my impressions. A mean Jimmy Stewart. A pretty decent Michael Caine.
Can you give me a vaguely creepy bus driver?
Hey, kids.
Less creepy.
Oh, on the way to the bus.
Holy shit, we found our star.
We found our bus driver.
You guys hop on board. Have a seat in the back.
Do it,
You
Jamison.
can have a seat right behind me.
Yes.
You can have a seat right behind me.
Oh, I can have a seat right behind you.
Thank you, Tom Waits, bus driver.
Well, now, listen. I had a father. And he was a drinker. And I was a drinker.
That's it. That's the one we got to do.
I think you might be the bus driver.
I told you.
Tyler, did you just get a roll?
I just successfully whored myself out.
Bing Foo, you take this and put it in your pipe
You and your
and fucking
Disney money,
smoke
Big
it.
Foo. That's right. Look at you, Bing. I know you probably got this far in the episode buying up nothing.
Bing with his Disney money.
He's watched it all the way up till he heard his name. He's like, okay, yep. That's all I wanted. I just want to hear my name.
Oh, thank God. Whew.
Do you have Bing scheduled for another episode?
I don't.
What's wrong with him? Is he too big for us?
Bing. Yeah, bring Bing. Bring Bing.
Bing, bang, bang.
God. Why do you have
I was
to
trying
get
to
all,
say bring
why do you
Bing
have to get all
on.
bongy with it?
Bongy.
Bong, bong, bing, bing, bong, bong.
Bing, bing, bong, bong.
I don't think any of us can do that. I don't think any of us
Bing,
can
I
do
love
that.
you. I'm
You
not
have
trying
to
to
cut
do
it.
any sort of accent that is offensive. I'm just saying bingy, bong, bong, bing.
That was all.
It's like a wind chime.
That was 100% Tyler, not Tiffy.
Jamison and Tiffie do not endorse my drunken thoughts.
No.
Shenanigans.
We don't endorse a lot of what's going on here.
Tara.
Do another card. Or where the rest of the cards?
Let's do another card.
Do another card there.
Okay, which one?
What is?
Oh, okay. We gotta do this
I
one.
hope it's still rolling. I don't know.
It is. It's
Do that
upright.
one.
Nice.
It would be slumped if it
sitting
wasn't.
here.
Oh. Okay. Tell me about the Chuck E. Cheese bathroom story.
Oh man, this sounds.
That-
Can I make the speculation on this Chuck E. Cheese bathroom story because
Please do.
okay, so there can only be a couple of things that go wrong.
There's one thing and then there's two things. What are? Yeah. Let me.
Someone just take a bite out of this?
So obviously the first thing with Chuck E. Cheese is they give you other people's pizza, right? That's like this is where my mind goes. Right?
all right.
So I'm down this road. I'm gonna go ahead and tell this story for you.
Okay. Tell it. Yeah.
You've eaten someone else's pizza, right?
Maybe.
So now you're in the bathroom.
I never
No.
used the bathroom at
It's
Chuck E. Cheese.
1,000% worse than that.
Man, okay, you guys tell your own story.
Okay. Chuck E. Cheese was my first job.
Wait, what?
That was my first job. I worked at a Chuck E. Cheese,
I can see that.
and I was Chucky. I'd dress up.
Yes.
I'd dance around, and on the outside I'd be all happy.
So much sense.
So did you already have an affinity for like puppetry and like clowning?
Why does that? Why
or
does
was
that
it
make
like
sense?
or was it like a forethought? You know what I'm saying? Like you're like I might be interested in this, so I'm like you're just gonna do this job because it's cool. But
Dr. Moon E. Cheese.
Yeah. It's something about I loved Chucky when he was a rat. He used to be a rat. Still, when I was a kid, he had a tail and everything.
Full
And then we
rat,
changed it to a
yes.
mouth. He was a rat. Somebody
Agreed.
was like, I love pizza, I love video games, and I love big robot rats. I wanna. If only there was a way to combine the three things I love.
That's just very Nick Kroll. I wonder if there's
anyone who likes big rats to go with the pizza. And thus Chuck E. Cheese was born.
Chuck E. Cheese was born.
It was. It's the I always like puppets and stuff. Like Chuck E. Cheese scared the hell out of me when I was a kid, and then someone's like, "No, it was."
I was a big
costume."
Chuck E. Cheese kid.
Yeah, like
My parents were drug addicts. They just drop you off and drive away. Bro, it was perfect. I was spending a lot of time in a Chuck E. Cheese.
We're gonna leave
Never
you at
been.
the casino.
Yeah. Oh, that was my
Never-
grandmother, not my
never
parents.
we're
once.
When we do shot for shot on the road, we're
Shot
going
for shot country.
We're getting that Chuck E. Cheese beer. They
Dude,
had
you
a
think we
tap
could
on
pick?
the
You
wall.
think we could get picked up at a Chuck E. Cheese, dude?
If we could go to Chuck E. Cheese and see what happens.
I think they would let us
I don't
in.
think they'd like welcome us with opening arms.
But if we just set up in a
Get
Chuck E.
drunk
Cheese,
in front of our children.
what if
They
we?
say,
What
like,
if?
okay, you brought a camera and you have no kids with you.
Yes.
Come on in, please. You are the type of people.
Like, here's
we
your
want
stamp.
here. Here's your stamp. it glows under a black.
See, when
light.
I was a kid, they didn't have stamps. They just let us get stolen from. Anybody could pick me up from the Chuck
Yeah.
E. Cheese. Anybody.
Yeah.
Nobody was fucking regulating that.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Not one person has ever been kidnapped at a Chuck E. Cheese. I mean,
believe that.
It's like it's never happened. Like no one's ever.
That's
no
why they're
one
still
ever-
open. It's not like that.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
I mean,
like that.
It happened the one time. They'd
Chips
never
and
let it
Blips or
down.
whatever.
It would be
That's
like,
true.
But no, the Chuck E. Cheese story was when I was working there, and I wasn't doing the rat bit. I was doing just the regular
You
bit.
used to be the rat.
I used to be the rat, and then the rest of the time I had to take pizzas out, do all this and that, clean tables. I had to wear the stupid little shorts like I was FedEx or something, and they always made you wear the shorts because it makes you seem youthful or something like that. And I
He
was,
was
get-
like 13, and they're like, you need to be
I
more
wasn't
useful.
I was 16, I think.
You need to be more useful.
Yeah, so we want to see them legs.
We want
boy.
to see you, young.
Let me
girl.
We
see
want to
them
see your
legs.
legs.
Can we see your legs?
Yeah. And
That sounds like the Chuck E. Cheese I remember.
so no, I had a great. The manager was great, and he was like super positive, great guy to work for. And I was leaving for the day, and this was like my first week there. And I said, I'm getting ready to leave. He's like, oh, that's great. Before you leave, can you just check the bathrooms and make sure, everything's just kind of neat and where it is, paper towels thrown everywhere. And so I went in there, kind of sweep up some paper towels, wipe down the sink area, and check the bathroom stalls. And I go in the one, it's all clean. And then I go into the back one, and it was a nightmare. It was just like somebody had like stolen some chili and had to drop it off to get from the cops, and they just like threw it at the toilet. Like it was
With not even aiming.
a lot of
threw it.
diarrhea and
All
like
over.
chunky cheesy diarrhea.
Oh.
Just like down all in
Eating
the
that
toilet.
old pizza, dude.
It was like a whole pizza went through them. Somebody had a bad day at Chuck E. Cheese. and it was so bad they couldn't bring themselves to flush. I thought, who does this? And
Boy,
doesn't
who
flush?
can't bring themselves?
They were just like, I have to.
I am exhausted. From
Did they
pushing
wipe? Was
that
there
out.
toilet paper in there? They wiped.
There was. I couldn't see. It was very murky.
couldn't see.
The toilet paper may have sunk down in there. I just didn't know why they wouldn't flush. I just assumed that they hadn't because it was still present. And so I reach over with my foot to get the handle because I'm not going to touch it with my hand. I want to get. And I hit the handle, and it just rises up to the edge.
Oh,
And
no.
was just
No.
terribly clogged. Now, I'm a week into this job, and I don't know what to do. I mean, I know it's got to get plunged, but, like, I don't know. Am I supposed to do it? And
Yeah.
I go and I ask,
Yes,
like,
you are.
Yeah. Now, I go and ask, like, someone who's been there who's kind of like,
Like,
a
oh
little bit
no,
of
buddy,
seniority.
that's your job.
I didn't even know where the plunger was, and I was like, "It's like, hey, you gotta let me in that closet thing because there was a bad in the back, and it's plugged up." And he walked back there and he looked at it. He's like, "Oh," and it's like, "Yeah, we got to deal with
horrifying.
this." We get the plunger, and I feel like we were both. It was like two Amish boys taking turn churning butter, just trying to loosen this up.
Well, I don't know, Josiah.
turn,
It looks like you're
Elijah.
going to have to get that.
It's your turn, Elijah.
Elijah, can you just get that?
Idle
Get the
hands
handle
on the
on them?
devil's playwork.
See, that is so perfect because like Jamison, Elijah, very just Amish sounding name.
All right, I'm tagging out, Jamison. You'll get in there. You'll get in there.
They both sound just like Trey Parker.
You'll make. You'll get in there and you'll make Chuck E. Cheese proud. Yeah.
You put the E in Chuck E. Cheese.
So we were plunging it. There's like no movement, and so but we think like, all right, we've had to breaking it up by now, and so the guy takes the plunger out and he baps the handle, and he goes. And it just spills over like the
like a
chocolate
dam break.
fountain at Golden Corral. Just starts cascading. Like somebody dumped chili in the fountain at the Golden Corral, and it's everywhere. And it was just like spreading across. And we were backing out, and it was just going all over the floor because the toilet just kept going. And it was just coming out. And there was a guy in the stall next to it who had his pants down, like his shorts were down like on the ground, and he's there, and then this thing just this just tsunami of poo comes in, and he just goes, what the fuck? And like his shorts got in it. Like I saw it happen. I never saw the guy, but he took off, as one does, but he's pulling that up. And it's like had to get in his socks and stuff. Like someone else had a bad day at Chuck E. Cheese that was worse than the first guy.
This rolling downhill effect of bad day at Chuck E. Cheese.
It just keeps getting worse. And so now, and then we got all the shit to clean up. We had to block off the bathroom like it was a crime scene. We put bags on it, like ponchos that we're wearing and gloves, and we're going in there, and we're just like, we don't know how to clean it. Like, we just like, do we get a shovel?
Well, you guys did it like a snake, like one of those snake machines.
We were just focused on the ground and just like trying to get it.
They were like 15 years old.
We were just
They
going
were
at
just
it with
babies.
the mops.
Don't even
They were
know.
Just like mops and water and throwing buckets on it. And it took like a good 20 minutes of just like rubbing the mop everywhere. It was not sanitary. Like there was no way.
Poo everywhere.
There was no way. Like poo.
Do you still go into that? What was the Chuck E. Cheese on Kingston Pike?
On Kingston Pike.
Yep, I
the
smelled
bathroom
that.
is still
I
there to
smelled
this
that.
day.
Yeah.
And
There's
and
probably
then-
still poo on that bathroom.
but the story gets worse.
Oh God.
Because those yellow buckets with the wheels that your janitor has, and you're just wringing out. So we're just wringing out poo water in it, and it's getting in there. And it is just like, it's got floaters in it and everything. I really want you to picture this.
No, it's all in my head. Yeah.
And we got the bathroom cleaned out and everything. So we take off the ponchos, the gloves. The other dude walks out. I got to take the bucket and thing out of the bathroom to the hallway and to the little sanitation area where we've got the drain and everything. And I'm going down the hallway, and the hallway's carpeted, and the wheel hits a snag.
Oh, no.
And I trip over the bucket forward, and then gush just spreads across my body, and I'm laying in a soggy, diarrhea-filled Chuck E. Cheese carpet. And there's I just remember laying there and feeling it as the water is going up the shorts and the socks. It's getting all on my forearms, and I'm just like staring down at like a happy cutout of a pizza on the carpet as the poo water just soaks in. And like I get up and I'm a damn mess. It was a damn mess.
It was a damn mess.
And I can say one thing that very few people, I think, can say is that I had to spend at least half an hour of a weekend evening hosing diarrhea off of myself in the back of a Chuck E. Cheese.
Tell them about the babies that was like sliding around afterwards.
Well, yeah, I went back in, and the kids were like running and jumping around and wrestling in the hallway. We hadn't shampooed it or anything. I think some paper towels, but like I mean, it was still like wet. Like kids were just like fighting, and then be like,
Oh, I got you.
and then like I'm staring down the hallway, and my manager's just there, and I'm just like, what do we do about that? And he just like put his hand on my shoulder, like, well, there's nothing we can do. it was like, forget it, Jake. It's Chuck E. Cheese town.
Jake, it's Chuck E. Cheese. These kids are gonna be sliming and shit.
These kids just got out of the ball pit. Let them wash themselves off with the soggy diarrhea.
I think it's so crazy, like, because you made the Chinatown reference. That's what it made me think of. Was like, how many directors signed that petition for Roman Polanski? It's like everyone's favorite directors like signed it. You know who didn't sign it was Kevin Smith.
He did say so.
He
What,
didn't sign it.
Yeah.
So there was like a petition because, for those who don't know, Roman Polanski was arrested and convicted of molesting a child,
was
like
13 or
13-year-old,
14
like
years
13,
old,
14-year-old. And like, it was this whole thing of like, all right, maybe we can fight it, but like he had caught word that the attorney was like, or not the attorney, but the judge was just like, all right, I'm going to make an example out of Roman Polanski. So Roman Polanski, like, fled the country.
yeah.
There was this petition around, like, 2003 where, like, it was, like, a bunch of filmmakers signed it to, like, just kind of be like, forget about that whole child molestation
Yeah, it's
thing.
like-
This guy made The Pianist. He made Chinatown.
You made Rosemary's Baby.
He made Rosemary's Baby.
It said, I like that baby.
Yeah, that's my Rosemary.
Yes, my
And like
Rose-
so many directors signed it, like Wes Anderson, Martin Scorsese.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
look up that list of which directors signed it, because it's a lot of them. Terry Gilliam, I'm pretty sure, signed it.
Oh, man. Oh, not my
Yeah,
Terry.
I know.
Not my Terry.
No.
But you know who didn't sign it? Kevin Smith.
Yeah, he was the one that's going to really stick
Yeah,
it to him then.
Yeah, because Kevin
We
Smith.
guys,
was,
guys. The guy that did yoga hosers didn't sign the petition. We can't bring back Roman Polanski.
Hey, he's known for more than just yoga hosers.
Yeah, I mean,
Tusk.
he's known. He did Tusk. I liked Tusk. But
Tusk was good. I liked Red State.
yeah. No, he's
all right.
He's very
He's
Kevin
very
Smith.
good at writing dialogue, I feel.
He is, yeah. He absolutely
Like
is.
stories,
No, I love Kevin Smith, but yeah, that's a tough one. That whole because like he's still making movies, but like he can't come to the United
Yeah,
States.
he can never come to like the United States ever
Yeah.
again because he'll be convicted.
Yeah.
But
It's like you feel bad for him, like with the Manson family stuff, and then like, oh, but now
I mean,
But was it for a
more of a
reason?
Sharon Tate thing? Like
it was, yeah.
I'm sure it affected him, sure, but then it's like, once that whole like, oh, I banged a 13-year-old came out, it's kind of like, no, Roman.
Yeah, that happened well after
Yeah,
too.
like,
That-
well after Sharon.
yeah.
This was BS
I'm not-
before Sharon.
I'm not sure what what year that happened to, but I feel like you can still like his movies before that happened.
Yeah, so it was
So
like
afterwards, you're like, this. He's still
So
right now?
Sharon Tate died in what, like 69?
Yeah.
Chinatown came out in 73. It had to have been like after Chinatown is when that stuff came out.
Yeah.
I want to say like 77. Well, it's like, oh,
Maybe. I have to look it up. Not that I want to really
You
know
should,
more
you should
about
look
that.
up
Just
that
know-
list.
Yeah, I'm
Just the
interested in
filmmakers
that.
that
Yeah,
signed it.
like people just like we're gonna go get him, bring him
Hey
back.
guys, his art is it transcends all like laws of being. Like
It was fine when Charlie Chaplin did it.
right.
It was like
It was fine when Artie Fatty Arbuckle fucked that girl to death with a fucking wine bottle.
Hey, he cleared his name. He was innocent. Fatty Arbuckle was innocent. Look, you can talk shit about Polanski. Polanski is a son of a
You
bitch.
leave Fatty out of this.
Chaplin was a creep. He was a communist. Fatty Arbuckle never did nothing to no one.
You leave Fatty out
You
of
leave
this.
Fatty alone.
What time we sitting
We're
at?
at an hour and a half right now.
Right now?
Hour
I
and a
think
half.
because someone already took their shot.
You take
Another one.
you catch up. I'm not.
We'll do a closing shot, maybe some final thoughts.
Yeah, that
Final
sounds
thoughts,
good.
what everybody's doing, what everybody's working on. You guys need anything to shout out anything?
What are you guys working on? Shouting outs, whatever.
Do you want to try?
This will come out
Explaining
by like
things.
August, September.
What, the Tennessee 10?
Oh yeah. Oh okay. So if it's August, September.
I wouldn't explain your Tennessee 10. I would just kind of
Because it'll come out literally like that week, I think.
We're doing it, and by the time you see this, we will be millionaires. I'm almost certain. And
Nice.
so there.
Nice.
And you will never see us again, of course, once we're millionaires.
Once we're millionaires.
It's nothing like any other
No, we're
Tennessee
not.
10. No.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna
The last one was
stick with the cola.
bittersweets.
We did bittersweets
Which
last
we
year,
won.
and we got a
And the
slew of
7-day,
awards.
which we won.
Yeah, we got a slew of awards for that, and then for this one,
And the Horror Fest, which
yeah,
we won.
I will say like we're working up.
Tiffy, I feel like there's a pattern you just want to like staple in here.
74, which we won. I don't know. We're just doing good stuff, I guess. I'm just gonna drink this shot.
Yeah, because you did bittersweets. You did the occurrence on
Old. It's the werewolf movie.
Old
Howler
Town
Road.
Road.
Old Howler Road.
There we go. I'm sorry. Because I did watch that
It was
one.
not a good name, but like, I wish
No,
I came up with a better title.
And
But
you had that Nan lady do the
Yes.
yeah, she does. Yeah, she
She
does
is
incredible.
She is so good. She did my
Yeah.
werewolf makeup for the creepy.
Oh, that's
commercial.
right. Yeah. I saw
Yeah.
pictures of that, and yeah, she's incredible, and like came out for both that and for like bittersweet. She did some
And
makeup
I need
for
to
us.
sit
and-
down. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys because I care about you. I love you guys.
We love you too, baby. Oh my goodness.
I haven't watched Bittersweets all the way through yet.
What?
Get him.
Jameson's just
Get
left.
him, Jamison.
He left.
I mean, to be fair, I've watched everything else.
He got up and left.
You did. You watched everything else.
You just didn't watch our fucking crowning achievement, Tyler.
It's
I
longer.
will, no, but I
It's
love,
like 20
I
minutes.
love,
Yeah.
like, I remember, like,
Watch
for
it.
those of you guys who don't know, I was in the running for the mom of the kids.
Yes,
I was gonna do
that's
drag.
right. Yeah,
And I listened to the audio, like,
Yeah.
narration you did for that.
yeah.
Like, as like this is like the vibe I'm going for.
It's like
this-
a big like
Yeah,
poem. It's
I
like
loved it.
yeah.
I listened to that, but I just haven't like sat down to watch it. And to be fair, I haven't watched a lot of the 2021 like Tennessee Tents that are posted.
I'm sure they haven't watched
Well, it's a
Jim's
lot,
like
yeah.
Spider in the
I'm
Urinal.
just behind
or-
on it. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I'm busy with this
Not
stuff.
a good friend.
I'm lazy. That's the first excuse. I'm lazy.
Yeah. Well, I don't want you to force yourself to watch, but like watch it when you're just like I feel like I'm in the mood for
you
some
guys have
whimsy.
no idea how much
You
I
know.
love you guys' stuff. Like, just to gush on you guys. Went through, watched everything on YouTube. I even watched your, I think it was like 2017's like, 7-day shootout like review wrap up you did with Jeremy and Chuck
Oh yeah.
for their
Or
Lover
for-
Riffin'.
yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. I watched
Yeah.
that because like every single one you were just like, well, this was a weird one.
They were all weird ones.
You're like, well, this was a weird
This
one.
was a
but I
weird
really
one.
liked this one.
This was a weird one, and that's why I
Which
liked
one
it.
was it?
It was Jeremy and Chuck. They did. I forgot
Love
the name
It or
of
Riff
it.
It, I
Love
thought
It
it
or
was
Riff It.
called,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we just went through and did like a
Oh,
review of like all
the
the
7
films.
days, because it was the one that had.
Yeah.
What was the one Jacob did that year? Had Joe Casterline.
It was at the Mandrake.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was Mandrake. Yes.
Yeah. That was what it was. Yeah.
And Neil did that puppet one.
Yeah, he did. Heartfelt.
Yes.
Was the name of it, which is like one of the
Greatest ones.
best movies I've seen in Knoxville.
Me too.
That was,
like
it's
what
very
was it?
it's heartfelt, and the whole thing is like it's really like a whimsical comedy, but it really hits on like social anxiety. The guy like makes a puppet in order to make friends, and
It made me want to go watch it, and
he made a
did,
friend
yeah.
to make a friend. It was it. Yeah, no, it was great. Yeah, and I thought like that was something where I did like a shout out, and I was like, someone needs to make more puppet movies, and so and he did one, and that was it, and it had a lot to say. Like it was really good.
So, are you guys planning to enter like the 7-day shootout as well?
I think probably if I mean
If
I
it all
think that it
lines
will.
up.
Yeah. If we're feeling energetic and sometimes it's like I don't know, it might just be too much. We might like help somebody with theirs or
Yeah.
something.
I mean,
I don't know.
that
We'll get
happens
the feel
all
of
the
it.
time.
Yeah, we'll get the feel for it when we get closer. But yeah, the focus right now is we're doing the Tennessee 10. We're like at the halfway point or like past the halfway point and very far behind.
Yeah, but like I just
we'll see how it comes together.
I really just feel like you guys are gonna pull it like out. Like you guys are like I feel like you like both of you as filmmakers together. Like I know you're the brains.
I am
Always.
the
But
brains.
Jamison is the
No.
face and talent.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez.
Like I mean like you produce it, but you gotta have something to produce.
She pulls it all together.
I mean, Jamison, I really like you're one of the most unique voices around here. You really are. Like you know a Dr. Moonrat film when you see it.
I'm
Yeah.
the
You
background voice.
Correct.
I am the background I'm the background voice.
I'm a voice that she's the whispers.
But I mean, it's just truly, you guys, your films are just so unique. They have just like something interesting going on, which not to
Yeah.
say that there isn't anything interesting going on, but like you know a Dr. Moonrat film when you see it.
Correct.
Yeah. That's kind of what we go for is like
Just that
to
it's
make it
just
something
that
fun.
and you, right? Like you.
Of course, Tyler's just gonna suck Jamison's dick.
Well, that's what husbands do.
Sometimes
Pretty
husbands need husband
Pretty
time.
much, I'm just trying to say, hey, there's a film.
All right. Well,
Oh,
I want
film.
to tell one story about Tiffy
No.
about bittersweets because like and I didn't want to tell this story because it
Oh, you didn't.
no but I will tell it because like all right so there's a house and it's like up on a hill and in the movie we had the hill that is just stairs going up was actually up to the JFG sign that's downtown. And then I sort of did like a map painting where we put in a house. And so we were driving around and we found this neighborhood and we just found that house. It was just painted like yellow and purple and it's just bright and colorful. And it was like, that's the perfect house. And we're driving around and she looks up and the owner of the house is like out on the porch. And she was like, well, perfect. Let's go ask if we could film the movie, and I said, oh no, not right now. I say I was too shy, and I was panicked.
This all shy and panicked.
I didn't know how to ask someone if I could put their house in a movie, like a stranger, like just walk up and just be like, hi, I make a movie.
I make a movie.
I'll make a house. Put your house in a movie. I'll make
your
about-
house a movie.
Can I film your house with the camera? And I'm always sweating, hairs everywhere, and so I refused to get out of the van. I was just like, I don't want to talk. I'll write them a letter or something. And she's like, a letter? It's like, I'll find their phone number on the internet or something. Like, that's even worse. And she's like, the guy's right there. The person you need to talk to is right there. And it's like, but I can't go ask them because I'm going to mess it up and they'll say no. And then she's like, all right, then I'm going to go ask. And so she gets out of the van and I'm like in a parking lot just and she goes up and she's so sweet and talking to him and then charming them. And the guy's just kind of like looking around. He's like, oh, yeah, like she's building it up and making it sound like this cool idea. And then and I'm still in the van. And she turns around. She's like, and so then I get out. She's pretty much like, you have to talk to people if you want to put their house in a movie.
But, I mean, that's what a producer does.
Exactly.
They talk to people for you.
That's why the house would not have been in the movie if she wasn't there. I would have just so
You
I
would have
saw-
smoke signaled him or something before you.
I didn't know how to ask. And she's like, you just get out and ask. They can tell you no.
Holy shit, Jamison, that's where I feel like I relate to you because I'm like, I don't want to bother them. I don't wanna, I don't want to. I don't want to.
Baby director
inconvenience
vibes. Baby director vibes. I am the producer.
She will take it. She's like, look, the idea's good. It's worth asking people if you can use their house.
But it's like I don't want to be a bother. And it's like, how are you a bother? You're using the outside of their house. Well, I don't want to inconvenience them.
No,
so,
baby.
So she,
I am
so
the director.
I stand behind her while she asks. It's like if I got the order wrong at McDonald's,
And she just has to.
she goes up and tells them, and I hide behind her.
That's how I am with
that's-
Sandy, 100%.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll eat stuff with hair in it, with fucking fingernails.
I'm like,
I don't give a
Sandy,
fuck.
can you
I
go
will
talk
not
to
complain
them
about my food.
About the order.
I am the producer.
That's why I have to
do
have
all
her.
this.
That's why. That's how
That's
anything
why
gets
he
done.
married me 15 years ago because he's
So I
he's the
can't.
director.
It's like I just know what
I'm
people.
I'm the producer.
Producer.
I bring it to life. He just tells it where to go.
Yeah, he's all up here. And I'm just like, oh.
I'm up here, and then she's with her hands.
She's like, you got to talk to people. And it's like, I can talk to people up here just fine.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's like I just know what people are gonna be seeing when it's me asking the question. Because I've had people who I go and ask, can we film in the parking lot? We're just filming a movie, and then
Oh God.
they just stare at me. I was like, I guess you can film in the parking lot if you want.
Yay.
They still say yes, but I'd rather just not.
But
ask.
it's the judgment of oh, you're filming a little movie.
Yay. Yay.
Ken, take us out.
Guys, we have had an amazing evening at the Shot for Shot podcast. Tiffie Stalsworth, Jamison Stalsworth, thank you for having us. Tyler, good night.
Good night.
I love you, babe.
I love you, babe.